You are welcome to today's lesson. We are going to look at word problems involving fraction. When it comes to word problems, there are two types of students. Students that see word problems as a nightmare and students that see word problems as a walkover, as a bonus. So if you have been seeing word problems as a nightmare before this lesson, after this lesson, I want to promise you, you are going to see word problems as a bonus, as a walkover. Let's walk you through from simple to complex fractional word problems or word problems involving fraction. Let's begin from simple to complex. The first one, we are looking at find the reciprocal of 2 over 3 over 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3. Sometimes it can be as simple as this, and students will say not understand it. It will still kind of trip student off. So what is the meaning of reciprocal? If you have to find reciprocal of this fraction, all you just do is to carry the denominator up and carry the numerator down. That's the meaning of reciprocal. That means that instead of 2 over 3 being your numerator, it will be your denominator. Why the denominator will go up? So we have this 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3, then divide by 2 over 3. Instead of 2 over 3 being divided by 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 will be divided by 2 over 3. And if you do it correctly, your answer is going to be 5 over 4. Or 1 whole number 1 whole number 1 over 4. Depending on the option you see in the question, sometimes you see this option, sometimes you see the option. If it's an objective question, you can see this and you can also see this. Let's move to number 2 word problem. Now, let's look at number 2 question. The difference between this number and this number is greater than the sum of this number and this number. The difference between 4 number 5 over 7 and 2 number 1 over 4 is greater, bigger than the sum of these and these. So if the difference between this and this is bigger, that means this and this will be our first number. Just like if you are finding the difference between 8 and 10, you want to find the difference between 8 and 10. And if 8 and 10 we are finding the difference between 8 and 10. And 10 is bigger than 8. That means the right way to frame it will be 10 minus 8. If you don't frame it as 10 minus 8, you are going to get a negative answer. If you want a positive answer, the bigger number should start. So 10 minus 8 will give you plus 2, while 8 minus 10 will give you negative 2. So if we are to have a positive answer, the bigger sum should come first before the lower, the bigger figure should come before the smaller figure. Since the difference between this and this is greater, the difference between this and this will come first. And we can see that 4 is bigger than 2. This 4 is a whole number, this 2 is a whole number. So 4 will come before 2. So we say 4 whole number 5 over 7 minus 2 whole number 1 over 4. This is the difference between these two numbers. And we are told that the difference between these two numbers is greater or bigger than the sum of these. Now let's write the sum of these down. This is 1 over 14 plus 1 whole number 1 over 2. So this on this side, sum of this, and this on this side. So the difference of these two numbers is greater. That is, when we remove this from this, we are still going to be left with a positive number. That's the meaning of the difference between these two pairs. The difference between them is bigger than the sum of these two. That means if we remove this, the sum of these two from this place, we are still going to be left with a positive number. If you solve it correctly, you are going to get the right answer. The right answer is actually 25 over 28. But in the option, you will not see 25 over 28. Instead, you are seeing 50 over 56. So what is there is that this and this, they are equivalent fraction. How they arrive at this from this is to multiply both numerator and denominator by 2. 25 by 2 is 50. 28 by 2 is 56. So this is not in the option. Instead, we have this. So they want to trap students to think that their answer is not correct. So this and this are the same fraction. They are equivalent. So all you just need to do, multiply both of them by 2, you arrive at this one. This is question number 2. Let's move to question number 3. So we're going to look at the third question. The sum of this number and this number is less than, that means these two fractions will come first. Since the sum of these two is less than this one. So we're going to write this one first because this one is less than. So 3 over 8. The difference between this and this. So this one is different now. Now, if you look at this number, it has a whole number. This one does not have a whole number. There is no whole number here. The implication of that is that this number is bigger than this number. This one is one whole number 2 over 3. This is just 3 over 8, no whole number. So this is bigger. And to find the difference, the bigger number should come first. So we write one whole number 2 over 3 before this one, minus 3 over 8. And this 2 number is less than this. That means we're going to remove this one. 3 whole number 7 over 8. The sum, right? That means we're going to add it together. So following board mass, we solve this one separately and we solve this one separately. Then you now subtract the answer from this, from the answer of this. If you do that correctly, you are going to get minus 3 whole number 11 over 12. That is going to be your answer. Minus 3 whole number 11 over 12. If you don't know how to solve it at this level, I want you to finish it. And if you don't know how to solve it at this level, refer back to my previous video on fraction. That will enable you to solve this. This one is just to interpret the question for you so that you can now solve the remaining part of the question. We move to number 4. See under interpretation only. This is interpretation only. You solve the remaining yourself. Now we are looking at number 4. How much is the sum of this and this less than 7? If the sum of this and this is less than 7, that means 7 will come first before the sum of this number and this number. So we will interpret as 7 minus the sum of this, 3 whole number 2 over 3 plus sum 2 whole number 1 over 5. This bracket is necessary because we are not only removing the first one, we are also removing the second one. So it is the sum of the two that are less than 7. If you add these two, your answer will be less than 7. And they want you to find the difference between the sum of this and this 7. If you do it very well, you're going to get 17 over 15, which is equivalent to, which is the same as 1 whole number 2 over 15. So you pick the one that is in the option if it is objective. Sometimes you see this, sometimes you see this. So pick the one that is available in the option. You solve it very well, you are going to get this answer.